Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
We're going to start off our news tonight by talking about guns. I know you're quite surprised. I can see it on your face. But I want to talk about guns in a different aspect. And this is the way people are reacting to the firearms, you know, the anti-gun groups, the celebrities who come out and speak about firearms. And we'll get to all that here in a second. But first of all, we're going to start with this video, the new video from Project Veritas, James O'Keefe and his crew over there. And they've done another great video where they go out to the pundits, they go out to these congressmen, these senators, everybody who wants to take your gun rights away, and they just ask them a very simple question. They say, well, since you're so keen on taking gun rights away and you think that nobody should be armed, why don't you advertise the fact that your house is a gun-free zone? And if you remember the one he did previously about the, I believe it was a group up in New York, a news agency, who was putting out the information of gun owners as if they were sex offenders, like, hey, look at this map with all the dots on it. And the people were very upset about this. So they went back and challenged those people. They say, hey, why don't you put this gun-free zone sign in your yard? And people say, I can't do that. Somebody might break in my house. I'm like, oh, you think? You think if people knew that you didn't have a way to defend yourself, they'd kick in your front door, steal what you have, maybe hurt your family? But the logic just never seems to amaze me, the logic of these people who spend their days, and when you talk about these politicians, surrounded by armed guards. That's your senators, your congressmen, of course, your presidents, even going down to your city councilmen who want to ban various city ordinances like they do here in Austin. These people spend at least 8 hours of their day, 24 hours a day if they're a president, surrounded by armed on-site security who are ready to rock and roll if something was to happen. Granted, people sneak into the White House all the time because I guess the Secret Service has other things on their mind, but that's another story. But first, let's go to this video. Hidden cam shows anti-gun congressmen and staffers refusing to promote homes as gun-free zones.
We're called the Citizens Get Senseless Gun Violence.
Yes.
Nice. Basically, we want to see a ban on all
guns,
and specifically, we want to put this in people's in every single law in the for people who don't have guns and say, this home is proudly gun-free.
Like something that you would like to put on in your apartment or home?
I'm actually not somewhere.
Oh no!
We would put the sign right out here in front of this office.
But not your home.
No.
No.
I don't have guns in my house.
That's good.
Really?
So you could advertise it though.
I could, but I don't want to.
Oh, why not?
Because I don't.
Explain it to me. Tell me what makes you
I
so
just
nervous.
assumed, I just got my car broken into, and we've had our house, they stole packages at the front. We're right there on, the verge of, a crime.
Oh,
So
so what do you mean, like bad neighborhoods?
Yeah, I guess, so the concern is if, there's no gun, we just kick down the door, worst thing that's gonna happen.
Then you're basically saying that you should have a gun in your house to
Yeah.
kind of protect it.
Yeah.
No, but there is, it's so tough, right?
You think somebody would break into your house?
Yeah,
if you put it up?
I do kind of wonder.
You think it'd make you a victim?
I wonder.
Wow.
What do you think?
I feel like that would unnecessarily make my home a target.
I'm talking about with criminals, not with...
I know, but on the other side of that, I think it could go both ways.
And I'm not surprised at all to get that type of reaction. Now, one reaction I thought was somewhat surprising was that of actress Lena Dunham. And let me be clear, when I talk about celebrities reacting to stuff, they have a First Amendment right to say what they want to say, but I also have my First Amendment right to give my 2 cents about it. So I'm not attacking the lady, but I just thought this was somewhat interesting. And this is actress Lena Dunham. She's from the HBO series Girls, and she wants to remove guns from advertisements for Jason Bourne. And they removed the image, but I'll give you the quote. She said, New Yorkers, what if we do some peeling and get rid of the guns in the Jason Bourne subway ads? I'm so tired of guns, which is very laughable to me. Now, first, let's talk about Matt Damon, which, I don't have a problem with the guy by and large. He did recently come out and say that America needed Australian-type gun control, which I was like, I don't understand this logic of these guys who make action movies. And once again, action movies aren't bad. Violent video games aren't bad. Violent music isn't bad. I'm not calling for any type of censorship, but it's always interesting to me, these guys who make a living by promoting these type of gun violence measures as opposed to your action hero who pulls out a firearm as the first option, kills everybody in the room. Like, well, maybe one of those guys is his first day on the job. Maybe he didn't know what was going on. That's just always my thought. But you got guys like Matt Damon doing that kind of stuff. And then you have Lena Dunham on the opposite end. And at least to Lena Dunham's credit, and I'm not trying to mess up your name, it's just I'm messing up on it. To her credit, at least she's being consistent with it. Because as I was saying, you have all these Hollywood actors who go out and make these violent movies. They go to these red carpet events where right after the picture frame, because you see the picture frame like you see me, but at a Hollywood premiere, there's like a SWAT team standing over there. It's in Hollywood Reporter and everything. You can see it. These guys have full battle rattle SWAT teams. They got dogs on the red carpet. They got the bomb machine in the truck over there. Everything's there to protect them. But if you dare have a concealed carry, these guys want to make a video saying that you need to turn in your gun rights in so we can live in a utopia while they live in these chateaus and some foreign land. So that's a very long-winded way of saying, at least she's consistent. She's saying like, hey, I don't want guns and I don't even want guns in movies. So though I don't agree with that, I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling for any type of censorship. She's at least consistent in that, because I don't know how many times we've seen these guys, they have these big bodyguards. The bodyguards get arrested for carrying weapons and all the other things. Like, so they live in these kind of private estates. They don't have to worry about too much. They go to the red carpet events. They got the SWAT teams there to watch their butt. I'm fighting for the rights of the person who works the graveyard shift in the bad part of town, who doesn't have anybody to come and rescue them if something goes bad. And speaking of when something goes bad, we have a robber with an AK-47 shot by a Waffle House customer. And this is near Dallas. They say police have identified the suspect in an aggravated robbery at a Waffle House last week. Customers told police that a man had come into the restaurant armed with an AK-47 and robbed numerous customers as well as the business. One customer, who is legally carrying a concealed handgun, followed the robber into the parking lot because he was afraid for his wife's safety. His wife was about to arrive momentarily. The customer called out to the robber, who then turned and pointed the rifle at him. The police said the customer then shot the robber several times. Now, while I do respect the gusto of this customer to, go out there and protect his wife and the other people in the facility, by and large, in most situations, if the bad guy is going away from you, if he's not kidnapping somebody or something else like that where you'd want to follow him, I just say let him go. The cops catch him down the road. They can fight with him if they want, but usually just let the guy go. But if he chooses to do that, it's a case where it worked out well from him. And I'm not going to, badger the guy because he was doing what he thought was right. And that's really all you can do. At the end of the day, you do what you think is right. And luckily, the guy didn't get hurt. But personally, I'd just say let the guy go. And this is the type of story that you won't hear, because I was trying to quantify this. I was thinking about this argument the other day about how people react to guns. And I run into these people say, well, how can you not want to ban guns? And I give them this example. I say, if a guy drove drunk in, let's say, Idaho, and he hit a van and he killed a family of 4, it'd be a local news story, maybe a statewide news story, right? But if that same situation, a guy in Idaho took an AK-47 and shot 4 people, it would be the international news sensation. You got celebrities and politicians and all these people coming out the woodwork. Same result, the family of 4 is still dead, but it's just the tool being the firearm versus a drunk driver using a vehicle as a tool. If it's a vehicle accident, people don't care. But if it's an AK-47 or AR-15, it is all the rage. And as we're continuing our talk about guns, let's talk about some things that are going on in Baton Rouge. And police say stolen guns would have targeted officers in Baton Rouge, investigators say. And they say authorities in Louisiana Tuesday said that a burglary at a Baton Rouge pawn shop was part of a larger conspiracy to target law enforcement officers amid protests over a fatal shooting of African Americans by police. Investigators believe 4 men broke into a pawn shop early Saturday, and stole 8 handguns. Baton Rouge police chief said that one of the suspects was captured at the scene, and he said they were trying to get guns and get bullets to harm police officers. Now, the thing I want you to note about the suspects in this case, the suspects were targeting 8 handguns. To own a handgun here in the United States of America, you have to be age 21, clean background, and all that stuff. But as I look at this list of the suspects they know were involved, or the suspects that have been captured, I should say more accurately, they have a 17-year-old, a 20-year-old, and a 13-year-old. The thing I want you to take note from that is none of these people are 21 years old. And it always goes back to what I say. If people can't buy a firearm, they will steal a firearm. Guys who were not old enough to own a pistol in the United States of America broke into some place that had reasonable security, I'm sure of that, and stole firearms or attempted to steal the firearms. The guys who got shot, the Bayless up in Michigan, I believe it was, somebody stole somebody's pistol and started shooting at them. Somebody who was handcuffed, in his orange jumpsuit stole a pistol and opened fire on people. The guy who tried to kill Donald Trump went to an active duty, conscious police officer and tried to steal his pistol. If you can't buy a gun, people are bold enough to try to steal them from police. Banning firearms is not the issue to your problem, just as I gave you the example of the drunk driver. It is that old adage that these liberals, they love abortion, but they would try to ban it if they performed abortions with firearms.
Clean, pure drinking water. You can't survive without it. But where do you get it? Alexa Pure Pro is a brand new, groundbreaking, gravity-fed water filtration system that is like no other. The Alexa Pure Pro transforms water from virtually any fresh source into clean, healthy drinking water, pairing the unprecedented superfiltration power of an all-new gravity block core with a hybrid chromatic shell. It removes up to 99.999% of impurities, including bacteria, viruses, fluoride, disinfectants, volatile organic contaminants, and hormones. Filter capacity up to 5,000 gallons. Stainless steel construction. Easy assembly. Low maintenance. Replacement filters are simple to install. And now, as part of an exclusive limited time introductory offer, you can save $20 off the retail price and get free shipping. This is a limited time offer, so order your unit today and receive free shipping and $20 off. Go to InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139.